Hi everyone, I am Mantelo from the Walker 3 gym community. You can find me on US East/clan gym. The game you're about to see is from the Gym Newbie League Season 2. As you can guess from the name, it's a project that we developed for people to improve in a newbie-friendly environment. If you're interested, join our Discord, where you can find a lot of advice on Warcraft 3. The link is in the description. Now, good game and have fun! Okay, we have today another game of the GNL, week 3, between Snemeis, Orc here, bottom right, in red, and Panorama, Undead, in blue, top left. And I have a special guest with me, in the person of Rikram.
Hello everyone.
Welcome with us. I'm actually going. I'm gonna admit that actually it's the second game that we cast because I forgot to record the first one. So that was a good training. We're gonna do better this one.
That happens to the best.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, anyway, first game was a loss for the Orc. 1-0. Panorama is up 1-0. It was a game on Northern Isles, and this time it's going on Terenas 10, which I think is a good choice for Orc against Undead. What do you think?
It's a solid map for definitely.
Yeah, we have.
Normally we see the Blade Master go directly to the middle, or taking the small item with the wizard and then go in the middle.
Yeah, I agree. Most of the time you go to just snipe that wizard. We'll see what he does, and we'll come back to that. But there is a special way to do it in order to not trigger the frost armor on the creep, and then just because otherwise that camp is very long to creep, and then there is a way to do the way around that. So.
I'm also curious to see if Panorama is gonna try to interrupt the middle creeping, or if he's just gonna let him do it and creep for himself. Because you can't go and then take the XP away from the orc. You of course want to take the items from him. And it's funny because I've noticed that in Europe it's very common to try to interrupt him in the middle, while in China and Korean players they opt for just creeping themselves.
What do they creep if they creep the first?
Yeah, they just let the Blade Master take the middle camps themselves.
Okay, so they're both going for creeping, actually, very interestingly. Acolyte does scout the Blade Master, so he knows that he's actually not taking the camp from the middle, so I think good choice by the DK here. You have time just to take this small camp before doing something else. And Acolyte is sniped. Item as well. Both have a Mantle of Intelligence. Both good item for Lich and Shadowhunter. And they are moving towards the middle, so... Oh no, actually...
now we see the Undead creeping further.
And that is creeping, and he's doing the lightning shield trip, which is pretty good, I think, to do on this camp. But he's gonna take a lot of damage, so it's kind of risky to go blindly into this.
But he's also gonna get level 2 and a solid item.
Yeah, very good item actually. And the Blade Master gets a circlet, which is also good for him. Macro-wise, he teched, second burrow, shop, tech for the undead slightly behind. Everything is regular. So yeah, good demonstration on how to creep it. You put one hit on one of the small wizard. You put 3 hits, or I think you can go even to 4 hits on the rogue wizard. And then you switch your targets just before he casts his frost armor. And then he's gonna cast. If you switch the target to another small wizard, he's gonna cast the frost armor on a small wizard and not on himself. And then you can just take him out. I would have liked to see him finish off 2 small wizards just to get level 2. Doesn't take much more time, and it gets you level 2.
It's a long way back for the orc to get salts now.
Yeah,
I think I would prefer if he had stayed on the undead for now and not allow him to do this.
Exactly, and doesn't really need a salve. He's full health. The good thing about these 2 camps is they don't do any damage to you. So you can creep them. You get 2 very good items, and you can still be on the undead's face. And he's not doing that. And that is a 2.5 now. He's way ahead in experience.
I think even building an offensive shop for orc is very beneficial because it allows you to be so aggressive and still have your items.
I agree.
So you don't have to run all the way back in your base.
A shop with like where I'm showing you right now, like around here, has the double advantage of giving you, as you say, the solve and not having to go back to your base, or also scouting for a potential push from the undead and slowing him down a little bit. And again, good creeping by the undead. He gets.
It's already level 3. That's big for him.
Yeah, and he got a ring of protection +4. That's pretty good. He's very tanky now, and he has a potion of greater healing. He's not going to be able to be killed before a while. And Orc is way too late.
Will have a hard time taking any of these fiends down with the level 2 call. It's going to be very, very tough.
Oh, is he surrounded?
Oh.
Oh, he could have kept the surround here. That would have been very good, actually.
Yeah.
That was a bit clumsy move by the DK.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know either, but we'll never know. Anyway, both are tier 2, taking directly to tier 3 for the undead and the lich, and delayed slaughterhouse. While the orc also went for immediate shadow hunter beastery, but still no tier 3. He doesn't have enough lumber, so I don't know what happened. I think his peons are on the wrong side. It could be a little bit closer. Ah, he made the reinforced defenses. That's a mistake. You should never do that. You should go for tier 3 immediately and reinforced defense after. The undead is not gonna come to your base and threaten your burrows anytime soon, so you don't really need that now. It's good to do that upgrade, but not now.
Another thing is, I really believe he should be solo creeping with Shadowhunter now, and then go with Blade Master and make sure he's not taking the shop for free, or delay him and steal some of the experience. At least. Maybe
same as same with game before. Level 2 blade is fine. It doesn't matter if you're level 3. I mean, it's always better, but what matters is your inventory. While level 3 on the Shadowhunter is very important. So taking away this experience from Shadowhunter is a big no-no, and actually you could be very disruptive with the BM at the same time. I like that.
Only he's not only denying XP for his Shadowhunter, he's also allowing the undead to both take the shop, and now he's probably gonna take the laboratory for free.
Yeah, that's a lot of experience. I like that Panorama is casting a preventive frost armor. The lich is full mana, so it can cast it, and then like preventive frost armor on it, on himself or on the fins, just in case the Blade Master is expecting him to come. Would love to see one as well now, but it's not doing it.
And the Orc tech is so late. He's actually building an expansion. Wow.
Yeah, that's very greedy. I mean, except if the undead makes a mistake and doesn't scout, which is by the way doing, there's no chance this expansion can.
Oh, he's sending a scout now, so it's
he's
scouting.
Yeah, exactly what I was saying. He's doing it actually. So, except if he's not scouting, it can work. But any undead decent will scout this kind of situation. So
and
now
he's getting up now, and he's going to be very healthy.
Yeah, so now the undead has, again, no solo creeping on a Shadowhunter, again mistake, but anyway. Now, undead has two options. He can either go and cancel that expansion before it finishes, or he can just take its time.
Pitlord now. Pitlord now and just A-click the expansion. There's nothing y'all can do about that with level 2 Shadowhunter.
Yeah, I agree. I think this expansion is way too late. If the expansion was a little bit earlier, he could have maybe considered to not cancel it, because it's, you have to travel all around the map to reach it or stuff like that. And maybe just wait that it finishes. Sometimes you just wait that the expansion finishes and you push at that very moment. If there is no tower, the Orc invested in an expansion, and he's not going to be able to defend it because he has less units than you have, and actually the big power spike of undead is right now, actually.
Yeah.
Good frost armor, as you see.
He's got the potion of greater healing, so he's not in a danger.
Wow, that Shadowhunter melted. DK is definitely, as you say, not in danger, and that's over.
GG.
Okay, so
I think Panorama played it very well.
Yep, very well played. Good scouting. I really like the creeping route that he took. So he went small green camp next to the base. Small wizards. Then he went to lightning shield, snipe the item on the mercenary camp, and then took the green camp on the side of the goblin shop, and then sniped the whole gold mine. And I think he got level 3 from all of these, right?
Yeah, he got after the gold mine. He got level 3.
So I think the creep route is pretty good. The scouting with the acolytes also allowed him to make this kind of choice. But I would say against a little bit better orc or a higher level, you will have trouble doing this. You're probably gonna have the blend master on yourself, so you're gonna have to make a little bit more evasive creeping.
Definitely, the moment you're going for the kobold as an orc, and the orc will be on you. And the orc should be on you, and he will not allow you to take that for free, and he definitely won't allow you to take neither the natural or the shop or the merc camp for free.
And what
or
orcs
laboratory, sorry, not the merc.
What happens also very often is that orc will take the 3 items, like the small green next to his base, and then the 2 permanent like claws or circlets in the middle, and then they will try to disrupt your creeping, as we just said, and also try to snipe your troll priest at your natural, because that's a very good item that they can get here, and it's actually pretty easy to get with all the items that you gathered with the BM, like level 2 BM and 3 items. You can definitely take it easily. So
Sure.
what undeads do,
And then if you
what I've seen them doing, I'm just finishing with that. What undeads do also, what I've seen them doing is actually, instead of going to their side of the map, they will go directly to the orc's natural actually and snipe the item themselves, because that's not a place where the orcs is going to scout very often. You can actually scout that with a grunt good position, but at the same time, it means that if the blend master went to your side of the map, he kind of lost some times as well, and is not going to be able to prevent you from sniping that item. And other than that, I would say again, a very big mistake to not creep the Shadow Hunter solo. I think if he had the Shadow Hunter level 3 and not taking that expansion, he could have fought there with the orb. So tier 3 instead of expansion.
I think tier 3 is both the better play and the safer play. Going for the expansion, it's so slow when you're off to take an expansion that it can be punished so easily.
Yeah, I think it used to be a couple of patches ago. You do like a fast tier 3, just the same that we were just saying, and then you tiny great hole with towers. But I think I'm not 100% sure, because I'm not so into like last metas or stuff. I'm not even sure that it's possible anymore, because with benches and the preeminence of Pitlord, it's very hard to hold that expansion if you make it.
I mean, I think you're pretty happy to just stay 1-1 base as an orc player.
Yeah.
You need to survive the undead tier 3 push, and that's pretty much the hardest thing to do. And then after that, I think you outscale pretty hard the undead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, most probably, yeah, if you didn't lose too much on that push. And it's pretty much about level, so yeah.
Yeah, hero levels, as you mentioned several times, getting that Shadow Hunter up and then have items on the Blade Master.
Yeah.
And then you can, when you start getting ahead in army size, then you can set up an expansion behind it.
Yeah.
Behind the push, and kind of zone the undead off.
Yeah, I agree. And then just I'll do a little bit of scouting to make sure that he's not also expanding, because he can also try to use that tier 3 push to make a sneaky expansion in the back. Also, something that we didn't see in that game, we didn't really reach that point of the game, but when you're going to tier 3, that push comes, it's really, really important that you have invul on your BM, because BM is gonna die so fast if you don't have any item on him, like for regen or for invul. He's gonna be nuked and out of the fight, even if you windwalk out, even if the undead doesn't have a dust or stuff like that to reveal you. You're just low health, invis, and you can't do anything, so it's a useless unit.
Yeah, it's definitely a matchup where you have to be on your toes, because both sides can burst it so fast. Like the undead can obviously call Nova, and the orc can snare and then go on town on your DK.
Yep.
And we actually saw him trying to do that on DK, but he had the greater healing.
Yeah, he had frost armor and greater healing. There was no way he was gonna get killed.
And there wasn't even off to dispel the frost armor, so it was very confident from Panorama, and he had the game in his hand.
Yep, good game, and thank you for your help, Rikram. I hope to be with you again very soon.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, bye bye.